Hello everybody and welcome back to X4, and this is the campaign of war, or the war campaign that I have promised for so long and we're finally getting to. And as you can see, I have already started. So what I've done is I've basically built myself a fleet ship, command ship should I say, which is the biggest one I could build at the moment, which is a large ship. And I've gone for the Bala escort ship, which is like a destroyer type ship. As you can see, he is having some absolute combat going on here. Now this is just a basic design, so it's I think it's mainly weaker turrets, weaker shields and stuff like that, but the fleet that I'm producing here is just basically interdicting anything jumping out of the jump gate, which is located in Tharka's Cascade, which is the start of the Xenon area. And I have no idea why I have a ship that's decided to jump in there. He shouldn't have jumped in there. Let's get you back out. There you go. You're jumping back out. You must have just hit the jump gate by mistake. So we're going to continue to try and interdict as much of the enemy fleet as we can. This is going to make things a little easier for the rest of the galaxy, because obviously they're jumping in here. But we'll probably see that this combat will increase over time. Because basically they're going to get peed off with us being here, and they'll send more and more fleets to kind of combat against us. Now, I haven't gone to war without the mods, so I'm presuming the mods make it worse. Because the mod systems I have in place basically affect the economy and stuff like that, which this does have a direct effect to. And I've noticed when I didn't have the mod, the war efforts didn't go as strongly as they did in the past. But I can't unfortunately confirm that because I never went to war without the mods. However, that being said, we are going to attempt to try and take them out as best as we can. And we're going to start building ourselves some form of defense line here. And this is going to be our kind of theatre of operation for the foreseeable future. Setting up a new fleet. We've lost a couple of ships already. My Nova Vanguard's about to get destroyed. I have a secondary ship on here, the Elite Vanguard. He's parked on that ship. That's my getaway ship in case anything goes wrong. But let's have a look at what we've done to kind of get to where we are now. If you remember, we've got our headquarters. We've split off since we've had the headquarters. I've placed the headquarters with a couple of ships. At the moment, we've just got the Vulture there. But we do have a courier that went in and dropped off some resources for us as well. I'm basically trying to get it where this can just tick along and do the research that we need and whatnot. How is it looking for? Let's have a look and see. Check our funds. I put a manager in there, so he's in there now. With no budget at all, we do need to keep an eye out for our funds for station construction. Producing stuff there. The other thing I've done as well is one, I've renamed my metal factory. That's right, it's now called a metal factory, which was the one that was in Reach. This one here. I've also expanded the factory as well. So if we go to the plan build, I'll just talk through what I've done. So what I have done is I've basically placed this expansion on here. So we've got some graphene production here. We've got some more storage going on. We've got liquid storage going on. I've also placed 2 more metal production here as well. Placed a little bit more storage. Yeah, a little bit more storage in the middle here as well. To expand on the resources that we can produce. So that's the container storage, and that's some solid storage there. We're still waiting on the liquid storage to be done. I think we've only got the 2 on. That's not been done yet. Obviously build status, everything is okay. We've got plenty of money, we've got plenty of resources. We're just waiting for one more hull part, but everything's going there. So we've got the refined metal and then the 2 liquid storages. Have a look at that. That means we can get methane. I've got myself 2 gas ships which are already linked to this as subordinates. Once we have them liquid storages, we can then get the graphene going, which should give us a little bit more money. We've got a complete cargo full of refined metals, so hopefully we'll get that sold. I've also set up a sell offer as well. So as you can see here, I can set, have a look. Shall we set it to 20,000? There we go. On automatic pricing, so we're selling the ore that we don't need because we're obviously full up on refined metal, so we're getting more ore that we need. And the ships were just going out and emptying a little bit, then going back out, and it's just not as effective. So I've gone ahead and obviously we've expanded the size of the storage anyway, but it's now selling the product as well. I've removed the sell ability, so the restriction on it, so it'll sell to other factions as well, and everything else is good. It's all working well. I don't know why it needed more production budget, but there you go. Oh, we can get some more drones. Let's get some more. We'll get some more cargo drones so we can unload things a little quicker. We need to increase our station budget. Now, the idea behind this, why have I expanded on this when that's more economy, is because we still need an economy to be able to build larger ships, because larger ships are expensive. As you can see, I'm on 1.8 million at the moment. Now, this bigger ship cost me 7.5 million for a basic design of it. Basically, it's very basic. There's we can probably have a look at it. Let's have a look. Where's let's just drop down the refineries here. So I've now called this the assault fleet because this is going to be the assault fleet. We have our flagship, the Valor Escort, in there. We did lose an interceptor ship from our beta group, but we still got the main ships, which is good for us. We do have two badly damaged here, so let's go ahead and grab these two here. We'll return them to the wharf. Let's repair them both. The Nova Vanguard, add to shopping list. I think it's just on the Nova Vanguard actually. That's fine. Nova Vanguard's there, and we'll send the secondary one in, the second one in as well. Go ahead and upgrade repair at. There we go. Repair the second one. Now, we haven't got a system to resupply us at the moment, so we've got to be careful on our missiles and stuff like that. We don't have a resupply ship. You can also see we haven't really got much of a blockade because they're still getting through, but what is happening is they're taking a pounding before they get to the other people, and it's giving us a bit of experience on our pilots and stuff like that. So we want to try and keep our pilots alive. You're going ahead and repair. Keeping our pilots alive, getting the levels up, getting it so that we've got a competent fleet. I've left this ship under command of the commander, so I'm not taking command of it because obviously I don't level up. So everything's going well so far. So we have our assault fleet ready. We've still got plenty of ships available in backup. All these are doing their own bits and bobs, and most of them are doing so. Some of them are sat doing nothing now, but I'm not too worried about stuff like that. What you wait? Flying weight, flying weight, flying weight. So you're miners, where are you at? Okay, so we can set you up. Oh yes, that's right. So we can set these up now to. We head to the information and we go to our behavior here. Default behavior sector auto mine. So we can take off the flying weight and let you sector auto mine in there. Same for you, flying weight removed, and same for you, flying weight removed. That's just going to help with experience, so we can unlock some more stuff from there as well, and also more money coming in. So we'll let them plod along. So that's where we're at the moment. I believe I've got everything covered as to what I've done. We've got a few things in areas that are ready to go. What do I want to work on next? Now, the one thing I do want to work on, and that we're going to work towards, is making our actual flagship. And generally you want something that's going to be sat at the behind. Now, you've got a choice. You can build a battleship or a carrier as your main flagship. I mean, you can build both of them, but which one are you going to call yours? The battleship I love. It looks great. It's sleek. You know, I do like the design of it. It's a big ship. It houses 30 small ships and it's got 6 docks, so it's pretty competent on its own. And it's massive. It's got massive engines on it as well. See the engines that are sat in there. However, it's also the cheaper option as well. It's a lot cheaper. I mean, if we put this up to a medium preset, you're looking at 20 million. I have the Battleship Mark II, which I have designed myself. When I say designed, I've obviously placed on the stuff that I want. And it's at 29 million, and that's probably the one I do. It's also got these massive cannons at the front. They cause some serious damage. I think that's a shield generator. Is that the shield generator? No, it's not. It's the beam turrets. Oh, it is the beam turret and the shield generator. Yeah, they're lethal them against capital ships. This is a frontline ship though. This is going to go into the combat. It's going to absolutely obliterate everything. That's what we want. All these turrets and defenses are just going to be great for us. The one I do want to get as my flagship is this one here. This one is expensive. It's 31 million before we've even started. It is massive. It's probably twice the size of the battleship. 256,000 hull. Have a look at what the hull is on this bad boy. 485,000. So it's got a better survival. It's also got container storage for storing resources and supplies. We don't want to worry about that too much. We got the countermeasures, loads of countermeasures, loads of deployables as well, which is why we want it, because we want to drop satellites everywhere and stuff like that. Talking of satellites as well, I should have a ship prepped ready to go to drop some satellites for our long-range scouting. There are turrets all over this thing. It is immense. This is what we're going to be working towards for our flagship. But I have a layout for it. It's going to cost me 42 million. That's a lot of money, a lot of turrets, a lot of firepower, and no ships. It'll have no ships on it. When I start to get the ships, I'm going to start building ships that are going to be a lot better than what we've already produced. Right now we're using basic ships. If you remember when we built the two heavy fighters, we head on over to our heavy fighters here. Where's our vanguards? We check the loadouts. Should be able to do information. Check our loadouts. You'll see we had Mark 1 pulse lasers. It's got Mark 1 engines, Mark 1 generators, Mark 1 thrusters. Everything's Mark 1. Even the docking computer is Mark 1 because we didn't bother with it too much. It's a fire and forget. It's on here just to give myself some more firepower out there. You know, it's not the best thing in the world, but the heavy fighters tend to survive a little bit better than the other ones anyway. So, you know, it's just basic. Now, I did place another ship wherever I put it. He may have not got back, or he's may. Have we got anything in here? Deployables. No civilian deployables. What we'll go ahead and do here is we'll just fly this back here. Upgrade and repair at. Get our deployables. Get as many satellites as we can. Confirm the order. There we go. So he'll head on back. And then I'm going to place him over here. Did I just... He should be upgrading, and then we'll place him just here. So hopefully that'll sort that out. Doing first. Let's double check. Change the equipment, and then he's going to fly and wait. So once he gets back there, we should have deployables. I'll just double check in case, because I have placed a ship on top of here. Did I place him with deployables? No, he's not got deployables. So he's my escape ship. He's sat on the bottom side of the ship ready to go. But shall we have a look and see what we're about to face? Now, I don't expect to come out of this on top. Let's give it a go. Fly 2. We should have our fleet staying with us. I'm just going to pop in. We'll see if we can like kind of get a bit of an attack system going, see if we can survive the attack. Now the big ship should give us a little bit of thing, and we got our Nova Vanguards. I'm going to lose a few ships here, but we may get some bounties and stuff like that. Whilst that's doing that, and before they leave the system, I'm going to place myself a new plot. Create a new plot. I'm going to place it by the jump gate here. I'm going to buy my license so we don't piss them off. We're going to continue that there. And this is going to be our new defense system. Now, we don't have anything for defense modules at all. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to place myself. We're just going to leave the plot for now, and we'll go back to our base of operations to get ourselves some defense modules. But I've got the plot ready to go, so we know where it's at. Let's see how we look. I love the view from this angle. Look at that. This ship is massive compared to the fighters we've been using. We've got turrets, as many turrets as I could get on for the money that I had for about 7 million, but he's going to jump into this jump gate and we're going to see some combat straight away. Now, I did pop in with a scout ship, as you can see. He popped in there, but he did not last long at all. So let's see how this does. He's a little bit slow, but he's worth it. Let's get you swung around. Now, the one thing I do want to point out with this is it's got defense turrets on board. So it's not a point and click like the fighters are. So if you want combat, these are the best things to use, because if we go into the Battle Escort here, go to information, you'll see here we've got behavior. You can change its formation if you want. You can change the formation of the fleet to a certain formation. However, the great thing about it is you've got bigger crew capacities if you want them. You've also got your loadouts, which you can change. As you can see, I've set it to attack all enemies. In default, it's on defend. I've got it to attack all enemies. You can specify what you want it to do. If you want to target things, so if you want, basically, you want to fly the ship and you want to target things, you can have it attack my current enemy, and it will attack the enemy you've selected. Or you can have it attack specific things. I've just selected to attack all enemies, so now when an enemy comes within range, it's just all these turrets are going to open fire. You've also got your defense drones as well. We've only got one defense drone because I didn't put any on board. I've got it just set to defend. You've also got your subordinates, so you can switch subordinate control from a defense or attack. They're already launched, so we don't have to worry about it. And we've only got 2 countermeasures, so if we get missiles inbound, we could have some problem. Now, because this ship's so bloody big, you'll find that they are a nightmare to get to jump. So I'm going to go ahead and take command. And then we're going to fly it around as usual. So slow at turning. Here we go. Should be just by the jump gate. Hopefully I can enter from this angle. Usually a pain to enter from this angle. Okay, let's full speed. You actually see it actually has a decent top speed on it considering the size of the ship. Here we go. Let's see if we can get it to jump from this angle. There we go.
Hazardous region detected.
And it's decided to auto-save just as we enter the system. I wonder why.
Entering system. Vargas Cascade.
Okay, we are under attack from every angle by the looks of it. Let's have a look on the map. We've also jumped without our escort. Where is our escort? Okay, we should be able to withstand the attacks. Yeah, our turret defense is kicking in nicely. And the turrets will just pound everything in range. I have no idea where my fleet is though. Let's just go ahead and we'll jump out of the seat. Then I can control its location. Cancel, remove this order. There we go.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
The only downside is just the angle at which you see things is a little bit of a pain. But it is kind of cool. We are taking an absolute pounding from above. Let's see how our systems are doing. So you can see from the map how our systems are doing. You can see our shield is barely taking any damage because we're only facing light fighters. But because we're in their system now, we could see potential enemies coming in. Okay, let's just go ahead and fly to there. Absolutely no match for us. We are losing ships, however. We're losing the small ships, but the larger ships should take the pounding. Medium ships are still with us. We've got the Seabird. Oh, we've lost one of the medium ships.
I'm going to enjoy sending you to the scrap heap.
Did he remain behind, maybe? It looks like he got taken out.
That's just not good enough.
He may have been taken out by the Xenon station. Oh, we have a raiding party inbound. We're really going to push this. Now let's attack you. With this order.
You've had it now.
I find it easier to work from the map because obviously you're going to get a small radar there, whereas on the map I can direct the combat a little easier, and then we can enjoy the light show. And you can enjoy it from this view as well. Looks like our travel drive is engaging. I love the build-up sound on it. And we're flying in formation. Just looks amazing. You can see here parts of ships that have been obliterated in stations and stuff like that. I love this area, the region of like this region of space. It's just so much better. So we've now got a foothold in this here. Now this is going to delay their approach into this sector as well. So you're also giving these guys a bit of a freedom from their onslaught. However, we're likely not going to be able to hold this sector for too long because he will start pushing back with bigger ships. But let's see how we do. Okay, we got a large ship ahead of us. Cannon's not in range yet. There we go, cannon's in range.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
That cannon is immense. Oh, that was a good hit. So you imagine this is a medium cannon. I love it when it goes back in again. When we get the bigger ships, we're going to have a lot of them, so that you can imagine the damage you can cause. We can go ahead now and we can collect all this stuff up here. Collect all these containers. Collect drop. Collect drops. I don't know what's going to be on these drops, but we'll collect them all anyway. You're not going to collect them all, are you? Well, we'll leave that. We'll grab some components while we're here. We're getting another raiding party on its way in. We'll go ahead and we'll set this to now attack in this area here. And now the only problem is it's going to nope, excellent, good. So we'll set that now to attack this area here. So they should all go and attack anything that comes into the area. So our war efforts have begun, and we have a good backdrop to do business from now. So all we're going to continue to do now is we're going to continue to increase our productivity in our station. Realistically, the station is now going to become my main source of income when it comes to things like trading and stuff like that. I'm going to expand on it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the small vessel that's on here to drop out of the system, head back to our friends at the Argon shipyard and gain some more designs. So what I'm going to head and do now is I'm actually going to go and drop out of here. We can head to here, and what we've done now is we've actually given ourselves an ability to escape the system.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
And as you can see, just awesome looking at it from this angle. We can go ahead now and we can jump into our ship. Now previously we would have struggled getting out of the system
Vanguard.
because we wouldn't be able to get back to the jump gate, but because we've cleared the sector, we can now go ahead and take the smaller ship. We can drop to the Argon shipyard and dock at.
The ship will be undocking soon.
Yeah, well, you can proceed with the current orders. You're going to detach yourself from our vessel. And they are just going to continue fighting. The only concern I'm going to have is when these smaller ships get taken out and it's only the big ship left. I'll then probably pull him back out of the system and hold him at our current location, that's here. Our Elite Vanguard, if you remember, this is the one that's got the satellites on it.
Danger. Hazardous region detected.
We'll go ahead and we'll place satellites about.
Entering system.
Like so,
Take
so we
class
get a
choice.
good view of the area. I'm going to place a satellite around here. We're going to place satellites all over this area because we obviously want to see incoming enemies. The other thing as well is this is quite a busy sector. It's also got the trade station as well. So if we place another satellite here, we can upgrade the trade routes. And I'm just going to go about with this smaller ship here. No, I don't want to trade with. I want to deploy another satellite. Now, I'm not using the advanced satellites. I'm just using the standard satellites for now. I will upgrade at a later stage with the advanced satellites. And yeah, we are going back and forward, but I'm not really worried about that. Place another satellite here. And a space fuel one. You can have a satellite as well. Okay, so that sector is now fully satellited up. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to start placing satellites by all the jump gates as well. This is again to just keep an eye out on any enemy movement, but also to increase our our trade capabilities. Let's go ahead and place a satellite around there. Drop a satellite there as well. And we'll drop one here. So that should increase our trade routes. And then I'm just going to place that ship back into this sector here so I know where it is. Again, this is our staging area. So, you know, we've got our little Attic Vars choice factory. We obviously don't want it to be a factory. We want it to be a defense platform.
Awaiting orders.
We are almost at Argon Prime. Let's have a look how our war effort is faring. Let's have a look. Okay, the big ship has taken no damage at all. The smaller ships have taken some considerable damage. Now, because we haven't got any way of reinforcing them, unfortunately, they are cannon fodder for the bigger ship. That bigger ship can hold its own at this stage. The only time I'm going to be concerned is when a ship its size will turn up. And it will turn up at some stage. But let's hope it's not quite for some time. We are now at the Argon shipyard, just waiting to be docked. And that's where I'm going to finish this episode here. We are on the war front. I wanted to kind of give you updates on where we're at and what we're going to be doing next. In the next episode, we will look at new modules for defenses and for assaulting as well, because we want to place one of them defense platforms in their system, and we want to basically have a foothold in their sector, and that's what we're going to be doing. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comment section what you think, if you want anything specific, any routes, any ideas, suggestions, or if you just want some ideas on your own war fronts, or if you want me to clarify anything like that, let me know and I'll either respond in a comment or I'll pick it up on the next episode. But until next time, everybody, take care for now, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.